Jetzt echt nicht mehr viel.
Irgendwas zwischen 7 und 8 Stunden.
8.
7 oder 8 Stunden.
Ja, ich denke 8. Es war immer so 11
Oder zwischen.
circa. Und manchmal was passiert, wie oft lief es jetzt 100% korrekt? Und es war schon immer irgendwann mal so da 3 Minuten da und so, was ist ja nicht schlimm.
Ja.
Aber das ist halt, gehört halt auch dazu.
Wir wollen ja, dass andere Leute auch spielen. Besser langweilig.
Ja.
So, ich muss auch was zu trinken holen.
Ja. Was geht? Okay, guys. We're about to start. We are pretty close to 149. Kann ich pushen? Also Power-Ups reinknallen?
Yes.
Okay.
Stream auf. Ups, wo sind?
Ist immer da. Okay, let's go. Sadly, no link yet, but that's how it is. Probably gonna lose us a 1%. But I wasn't able to hold the party during night. Oh. Doing a 100k crit during non-link period just feels crazy good.
Almost 130.
Yeah, I've done the dungeons for not the first time, but like for the first time since I got gear, and even without power-ups, that was like insanely quick. I think we've done clockworks in like 9 minutes, no power-ups.
Alone?
Huh?
Alone?
No, with the with my ringmaster. So he was like holy crossing and stuff like this, and I had perma GT. Is she moonbeaming mobs? What is Shaman doing?
I'm not sure if this is worth.
Huh?
I'm not so
Well,
sure.
she probably gets more XP this way, I assume. Or what do you think?
Where are you?
Top left?
Getting chased.
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. So if the chat has any questions, feel free to ask. It's actually not too bad of a kill speed without Link to farm for the party level up. And I was taking a look at the battle pass, and you can basically complete this in 3 weeks, but it lasts like 4. So like if you miss a day, it doesn't even matter.
That's good. So I don't have to do all the dailies all the time.
Yeah, like you can just skip the ones you don't like, and it doesn't matter. As long as you're able to do all the season and
Weeklies?
well, yeah. So those are the important ones, and those are actually the easiest ones to do with 0 effort.
I definitely did not do the whole weekly ones because I was thinking that the reset is coming on Thursday.
Didn't I tell you this yesterday? Because you said, oh no, wait, the reset is on Thursday, and I told you, no, it's weekly, like weekly.
Yeah, because it got introduced on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday. I thought the first week, maybe. I don't know.
No.
I hope it doesn't matter.
Yeah. What's your total net worth on Flyff? Net worth for Flyff? I don't know, dude. No idea what that account would be worth in like Penya. I don't know. Everything that's on it with the level, the score, maybe like 25 to 30 billion, something like this. Just a guess. I would actually have to do some math to figure it out, and that's just too much time. Yo, welcome back to the stream, PP. Paper, if I want to level 1v1 as Acrobat, going Jester, do I put points into both Dex and Strength? I would level full Strength and use Slow Step or Crossline as skills to level, and just use a yo-yo that has one of those skills with damage increase, and your level speed will be way better than doing auto attacks. Once you have Historic Yo-Yo and a Hyper set, both something like +8/8, something like this, 60% attack-ish, then I would start using auto attacks. But prior to this, I would be using the skills. Once you hit level 60, you're doing Reonan quest till 65, and then you will follow it up with some multi-step leveling until you have the 1v1 gear ready. Because multi-step is also really strong in PvE. It's not just a PvP skill. Here we go. Link Clink, clink, clink.
Image is back.
Do it. Oh, you know what fucked me up really hard yesterday evening? I was first time claiming rewards from the battle pass. And I regretted it immediately. Because they are so stupid, they don't make the reward stack.
Yep.
How can that happen? That's just dumb. But I don't know, like I have 3 different stacks now of Vital Drink eggs. And this happens with event items as well. It's just like ruining your whole inventory management.
Maybe jump down.
Yeah, our guy's also jumping down. Like, what's this guy even? Never heard of a high level you're just a player of that name.
Let's see. 34. Ooh, I looked up myself yesterday. I'm in the top 100. Let's go.
In the Totemia ranking?
Yes.
Oh, nice. What do you have? What level do you have to be for this to be top 100?
132.
Okay.
I'm at 92 something.
Well, let's check how many level 140 characters there are at the moment. 28. So
Quite a few added since we started.
yeah, I think when we started there was only 13, but now with the balloons so many people just kept pressuring and pressuring. It was so the same with like the level 120 thing. There was like 60 or 70 rewards left. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it tomorrow, I'm going to sleep, something like this. And then the next day, like everyone was like pushing with the 2 times the XP event above 120 to get the reward overnight. And I didn't get it.
You didn't get it?
No, I didn't. like I could have probably gotten it so easy. But I was like, nah, let's go to sleep. What's up, Mr. Roser? What are some good traits to look for in a guild? I would personally look for a guild that is competitive, that's actually trying to get somewhere, if this is what you're looking for. And I like guilds that have Discord voice, like people in there to talk to, because sometimes the grinding can be really boring. And yeah, just keeps you like up motivated. And if you're having like small rivalries, so like, I don't know, like for example, you have 2 jesters in guild and they're constantly battling to have better gear, higher level than the other. This pushes your guild as long as the rivalry stays friendly. And then I would probably take a look if they're doing guild events or not. Because like guilds that are not doing events are usually falling apart sooner or later because they have no non-dedicated leaders. And if you're playing PvP, I would only play in a guild that is combining red chips. Like guilds that are collecting red chips solo and don't put all the red chips together to get like sets for people make no sense, because this will make your guild weak for a really long time, and then your power spike at a certain point when everyone gets their set, but you could have scored already way more points early, which would result in even the people like not getting their set maybe first, still getting it faster, because the other people can score higher and earn more points for them. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Jojo. Yes, it's to Timia server.
What are your takes on the guild siege yesterday?
I hope that all the people that wanted to do guild siege just for battle pass are done now. So like that we don't have like another guild siege where they doing that shit, because it's not weekly, it was seasonal, so it would only be like one siege a month. Well, okay, then let it be it. But other than that, I think like to earn, either remove it from the battle pass or make it so you actually have to do something to get it. So like at least score, I don't know, like 50 points as a guild to be eligible for the reward. So people are not, what's it called? So people are not joining and just feeding, because like if you only want the thing, why would you stay? Like you can go in there, die once, log out, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because like they feed it on purpose. And yeah, I don't know. I think like feeding on purpose should be an abandonable offense. Because if you...
I'm not destroying the competitive integrity.
Yeah. Like, it was just luck based if you had one of those noob guilds like joining into your spawn or not. And I think Diva had a whole spawn where they were just AoEing on the spot or like auto attacking with a jester, and they scored like an insane amount of points with zero effort. Like it wouldn't have mattered, like don't get me wrong, like we would have still lost though. But yeah, I don't know, like it interferes with the ranking as well.
You know the hated guild? They did really well.
Yeah, that's Holy.
It's Holy?
Yeah. They renamed.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know, like I think Mojin is doing not as high as I was expecting him to do, because he was Psykeeper in yesterday's Siege, and he only scored like, he scored negative, he scored below 20.
Oops.
Yeah.
You know his gear?
No. I have seen his stream a couple of times, so his gear can't be that bad. Like he's dealing decent damage when he levels. But I don't know if he has a dedicated PvP gear, HP switch, I don't know. Like when I saw him level, he leveled without a pet, so I don't know if he has one.
Pet is really big for him.
Yeah, like Isnir has an almost perfect unicorn. This allows him to play at a decent amount of int that he would otherwise not be able to stat and still stay there safe. Hey Mr. Rosie, I just watched your last stream and caught up the part where you talked about chronic red leg numbness while sitting down and standing. And I can really sympathize. I got pinching nerve on my spine that makes my left leg hurt if I sit down for too long. Yeah, that's the same for me. Like, I work basically most of the time on the computer. But the solution to it may, like, I'm not getting rid of the pain, but like making it more enjoyable. Let's see if it works or not. Okay. Morning, Mr. Ronan. New to the game. Do you have any tips for an AoE ranger? I'm still figuring out my skill rotation. So, are you face tank or hit and run? That's probably the first part we need to know. Oh, welcome to the stream, Chris. What's the best earrings and necklace for 1v1 ranger? Earrings would be normal demolds, because they are giving a higher value than might tiers. So never buy might tiers, it's really important. And as a necklace, you want to have a gore necklace. Just to get some more HP going, and it's more relaxing. And you don't need the FP that the other necklace would provide, for example. Okay, yeah, that's pretty nice, actually. Just have to figure out now if I have to buy the desk myself or if my workplace is paying for the desk. We will see. Is there any Jester PvP tutorial on your channel? There's actually not, but my vacation starts in about a week, and I will for sure make a Jester PvP guide, but it will be channel membership only, so you will have to purchase it if you want to watch it. And I will make PvP guides for all classes. I just want to wait until the, until the expansion hits. So we don't do like guides now, and then we cannot even tell what's best in slot, right? So yeah. So we don't have like guides that are instantly outdated, but people would, and I don't want people like to pay for an outdated guide. I think that makes no sense. Is Grim better than Bilst? Yes, it's both in PvE and PvP. It's better in both aspects.
Grim is insane.
But it depends how far you're off the PvP set. So basically, if you can get your hands on a PvP set fairly quickly, then don't switch with the Grim. If you, it would take forever for you to complete, then I would probably build a Grim. And what you're ASOLing on, depends on your server. So if you're, for example, on a heavy build poster server where there's many build posters, you most likely want to ASOL on a wedge. But if you have a server where there's a lot of high health targets, you probably want to ASOL on an Ake and Shuren combination. Or if they ever fix skill damage percent for ASOL, you would want to ASOL on an Akent with a Clockwork Suit, for example. So yeah, there's some stuff to be taken into consideration there. It's highly depends on your server. What levels has your grab? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2 at the moment. Oh, welcome to the stream, Shirley. I am new and level 44 acrobat, wanting to be ranger. What skill do I use at the beginning? Junked arrow and aim shot are good skills to level. How much are you making an hour with balloon and amp? We will make about 11% an hour if Sipes HC is good.
Yeah, put the pressure on me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wait, is it my pathing now? It's only Sipes. Probably a lot more than when you pushed 140, Shirley. I can still see my experience if I kill a mob, even with the non-increased EXP percentage. What level on a A tier pet would you keep and continue to S tier? A 5, 6, or 7 would be fine, where I would not roll, because the pets are too expensive in general, and I would just call it a day. It's just how it is, right? Oh, we have been slacking on cheers, just noticed. Okay, then we have a new subscription, the White Hawk. Thank you very much, much appreciated. I'm on like 65% on the Ringmaster. Okay. So, are you going to be the first person on the server that has 2 characters to 140? Yes, I'm really happy how they designed the 1v1 buff. I think it still needs a bit of tweaking in the lower levels, but in the end game it's fairly balanced now. Well, I haven't had any testings, like I have no test server access, I cannot test anything. But I was told that in the early levels, 1v1 is better. In the mid game, AoE still has a bigger gap to 1v1 than it has in the end game. So like the difference if the 1v1 to AoE is working as intended is probably based on the amount of damage and HP the monsters have at certain levels, because different classes, 1v1 classes, power spike at certain levels, and before their kill speed is not that good. So like the power spikes of the classes are probably not taken into consideration, I would assume. Did you just arrest someone that is stealing our mobs?
Yeah, I gotta be nice.
Okay. PK server, please. Stay down! Stay down! Get away from our EXP.
Arrest me, please, only if you
Don't get up. Does Blade with perfect equipment do a lot more damage than Jester with perfect equipment? Yeah, about 1/4 higher damage. A wild wonky again. The only Pokemon no one wants to catch. Yunosagi, is that DPS test that was posted on Discord actually done with cotton candies? Okay, yeah. If it's without cotton candies, then it's for sure wrong. And the difference between how to say it? The difference between Blade and Jester is even higher, because Blade, Knight, and Build Poster 1v1 benefits so hard from this 5% crit rate candy. It's really strong for them, as long as 100% crit rate is not guaranteed on all classes. Yeah, that 5% crit is huge. And people were also paying a shit ton of money for the 5% ones after World Boss, like the non-soulbound ones. They sold fairly high.
Now they are. Why are there so many people now?
I don't know. But party is full. Should we? Do you want to switch? Party is full.
I think we should.
Okay.
Like 3 people on top and 3.
Yeah, let's go channel 5. I am a consultant for insurance companies.
That's way better.
Yummy, yummy. What I'm missing? SF? Oh, you think it's fair the way it is? Oh, okay, interesting. Because I would say the PvE balance is off. And is so that people are playing classes or picking classes, even though it would not be like their favorite class, they're just picking it because it does more damage than another class. And this results in people not being as dedicated to their character as they may would have been if the balance would have been more even. And then you would have people quit less on a long-term run. But the identities of the classes should still be kept there. So basically, like if a Blade does like 10% more damage than a Ranger, for example, then this makes sense because the Ranger has the range to work with, and the Blade's unique identity is the 1.8 multiplier on the offhand. So like they both kept their class identity, but the difference is not so huge that people would say, oh no, I cannot do it. I will be like 5 minutes slower on every dungeon, and when they start min-maxing and that shit, they will just end up playing characters they don't like. But was this test done with perfect equipment? As far as I know of, it was done with like almost maxed out gearish things. And the consumables that are available in the normal cash shop, that's what Yunosagi just said. And it was done with what's it called? Like a party and buffs. Gibt es eine Möglichkeit, das Banklager zu erweitern? Noob hier, ja, du machst ja auf deinem eigenen Charakter so viele Charaktere wie es geht, quasi bis du das Limit erreichst. Dann kaufst du dir entweder den Battle Pass oder eine Scroll of Common Bank und dann kannst du in der Bank quasi die Bankfächer von den anderen Charakteren auch alle mitbenutzen. Und so hast du dann also schon sehr, sehr üppig Platz. Und
also wenn die Items nicht soulbound sind, aber das sollte man geteilt kriegen.
Also soulbound Items gehen nur in das erste Slot, in den ersten Bankfach. Accountbound Items gehen in alle Bankfächer rein. Das muss man gucken, also quasi Schloss auf dem Item heißt nicht gleich, es geht nur ins erste rein. Aber generell, ja, die müssen halt sich mal ein bisschen Mühe geben, zu gucken, dass die Sachen stacken, ey. Yunosagi, you should put forward this to the devs, that they should start making sure that items are stacking so people are not wasting their spaces for items. Like for example, I have 3 different stacks now of Vital Trank eggs. It makes no sense. How's Flyff Universe? Haven't been playing for months. I think it's currently in a state where the developers are doing really good decisions. No, wait, not really good is probably too much. They're doing good decisions and they're actually like doing patches that the community needs. And they may have learned their lesson that taking away something from players is a dumb idea and giving something to other people is a good one. So, yeah. At the moment, I think the future of the game could be nice if the new dungeons that are coming up are designed well. So, if they are locked again behind the 24 or 48 hour cooldown, people will for sure hate the new update, even just for this reason. I can already imagine, because people want to grind, they want to put effort in. And so, like, having long cooldowns is like, the argument is like, they don't want to have everything overflown with items, but long cooldowns is not a solution. All it does is bringing the point where this happens to a later state. And you could work with dynamic drop rates and all such things. So, yeah, I hope they are a bit more creative than just saying long cooldowns means less items on a server, because this is... Gott, Alter. Okay, ich muss dich so anklicken. Ich kann dich nicht anklicken, weil ich immer quasi, du läufst immer in mein Pad rein, wenn ich versuche, dich anzuklicken, ey.
It was like, come on, I've seen this mod like 10 times now.
Ja, GT. Ich habe wegen Cheer geklickt halt.
Yeah.
Ja.
Makes sense.
Und was berätst du? Digitalisierung. Derzeit. The past fashion F shoes are bugged out. They don't fit good on your feet. Huh. Whenever I get any kind of fashion, I always immediately destroy it with the wardrobe scroll. So it doesn't waste your precious inventory slot, but you could in theory still use it one day. But the chances that I will ever change my looks are probably really, really slim. because I like my panda hat and I like it if it's black and white everything. So the only thing I would like to change on my current design is actually putting a bloody obsidian yo-yo as a skin on my normal bloody yo-yo. So I don't have to look like shit with this red bloody yo-yo in PvE. But at the moment they are way too expensive to do it. And I'm pretty sure the devs should just add a scroll to the cash shop, maybe for like 1k F coins, that you can use on an item. And if you use it on the item, you're getting the skin into your wardrobe, but the item is not destroyed. So a non-destructive transmute scroll, for example. They would earn money on something that is non-pay to win or whatever. So I think there's only a win-to-win situation if they would introduce this.
Oh, one more thing for the dungeons. Please make some team play mechanics. That would be nice.
Yeah, right. We forgot about this. Like, we want the Holy Trinity in the dungeons. So healer, tanker, and damage dealer. So the roles are fulfilled and are actually used. And especially bring some value to knights in PvE, which are at the moment, if they're not forced into Sword and Shield Knight to do dungeons, they are completely useless. And probably adjust the and probably, yeah, they have to adjust the what was it called? Okay, never mind, just forget the last sentence. I don't know the source code or anything, but based from the development blogs that they posted, I would have assumed that they changed unique ID and item ID. So basically each item has a unique ID code, no matter what it is. So they could figure out if something like a dupe happens and monitor it. And then that would be no reason to have like different item IDs. If they did not implement anything like this, then yeah, there could be a reason, but I don't know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, fast hands didn't jump into the giants. Du möchtest nicht so richtig preisgeben, was du tust, oder? Das ist schwierig, weil ich halt einen Haufen Sachen mache, so. Schwierig.
Consulting, Menschenhandel.
Ja, alles so ein bisschen, ne? Ja, kommt mal drauf an, wen man berät, ne? Die brauchen auch, Gangster brauchen auch Berater. Ist so. Zahlen wahrscheinlich auch besser, ne? Erstmal ein Output-Management-System für das mexikanische Kartell einführen. Ja. Dann verschicken sie ab sofort alles mit der Post weltweit. Scheiß auf alle anderen Schmuggelmethoden. Kokain einfach schön ins Papier reingedrückt. Über chemische Verbindung, damit man es später wieder rauslösen kann. Und alles per Post raus. Tschüss. Rich. Half a year ago and no dupes yet? Yeah, if you're talking about EU, like to Timia, yeah, then there was no dupes. But on Southeast Asia, there was at least one attempt, but I think they took care of it pretty professionally and handled it quite fast. Even though it was kind of embarrassing that it even happened, because as far as I know, it was due to the vendor thing, and that dupe was already known on many private servers and fixed on almost all of them that used the system. So yeah. I'd rather have 3 stacks of the same potion and good monitoring than them being stackable and bad monitoring. Yeah, if that's the decision you have to make, sure. But then they could also make it not, instead of soul linked, account linked. Then you could use all your inventory spaces in with your common bank, and then you would also not have an issue anymore. You don't want to do the giant mammoth? No, it would be a waste of money. Because if I would be doing the giant mammoth, my balloon would run out, my amps would run out, and they would be completely wasted. And I think the balloon is extremely valuable, so I want to take every minute with the balloon I can. Is it true that 1v1 VP does the same damage like Jester? Yes, it's almost the same. Na, ich will nur sagen, ich arbeite selber als Berater und es kommt eigentlich nie vor, dass größere Unternehmen, insbesondere Versicherungen, sich Berater für alle Dinge ins Haus holen. Deshalb frage ich. Naja, wenn du jetzt bei einer großen Beratungsbutze arbeitest, so, dann hast du einen Fachbereich und da bist du Spezialist drin. Je kleiner die Beratung wird, für die du arbeitest, bedeutet das automatisch, dass du quasi breiter aufgestellt sein musst mit deinem Fachwissen und sich die Projekte einfach auch unterscheiden, in denen du eingesetzt wirst. You're right, in my opinion, soul linked sucks anyways, make it all account linked. Yes.
There's some specific things they should not do account quite, I don't know. For example, the balloons would be crazy. Or maybe distribute it differently, I don't know.
Why should it not be account wide? You would have the same value of balloons and you could choose on which character you want to use it.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, it's
I don't know. So
only maybe balloons got wrong example, but if you get something for every character you have.
Well, yeah, like if you're taking in consideration the pink cotton candy, like the 5% grit rate candy, is it orange? I don't know. I think it was orange one and not pink. But, yeah.
At least you have to be careful.
Ja. Hast du mir kein Accuracy gebufft die ganze Zeit, oder was? Okay, okay. Ja, dafür hat es eigentlich ziemlich recht gut getroffen, ne? Wie kannst du bei der EXP-Rate nicht durchdrehen? Die ist doch voll geil. 10% pro Stunde, Alter, im letzten Level, was geht? Das ist doch voll nice. Für ein Grind-Game, Alter, das passt nichts. 10 Stunden. Selbst wenn es 20 Stunden wären im letzten Level, wäre auch noch okay. So bei 30, 40 wäre es, glaube ich, schon ein bisschen over, weil du dann quasi auch die ganzen Level davor so krasse EXP-Gaps hast und der Value von 140 ist halt nahezu 0. Korrekt, dann nehme ich an, dass deine Kunden eher kleine bis mittelständische Unternehmen sind. Nee, ich habe ja gesagt, quasi die großen Versicherungen Deutschlands sind die Kunden. What server is this on? This is Totimir. What do I think is coming? I don't have any inside information. The only thing I probably said this on yesterday's stream, that we really want to, like, I would really like to see a dungeon system that is for all levels. So, like, if I'm 140, I will be able to farm all 5 dungeons, but it's not like I will have a drop penalty or whatever. The monsters will just scale to my level, HP and damage wise. So it's the same challenge for everyone, but some dungeons can already be farmed at lower levels, while they are like certain, but high level players also have the opportunity to farm. So you're not forced into making a shit ton of twink guilds, twinks to farm something. Because I think games that allow you to do everything on their main character have a way better survival rate. That's just like a feeling, but I've never seen a game survive in Western gaming, how to say it, in Western gaming
industry.
Gaming, yeah. If they make stuff so it's like you need a shit ton of characters to do anything. Best example is Lost Ark. Pretty sure it only failed due to this reason. Western scene, that's a good word. Here we go. Culture, also a good word. I should always only start the sentence and chat can complete it. Sorry, aber ich glaube, du erzählst dir nicht ganz die Wahrheit. Okay. Also ich meine, du kannst ja denken, was du willst. Same as me, your videos have helped me get back into the game. Yo, welcome.
I'm already annoyed about the clockwork thing, where people just make multiple blades, just swap the gear over and do it over and over.
A good way to do things would be give EXP for people who are below the level for dungeon. Oh yeah. We've already talked about this prior, that we want EXP in dungeons. So for example, like Clockworks, Red Meat Unica, something like this. So people don't have to decide, will I either do this or this for leveling. And like what's also really needed is that you're having a second stat page. Because people at the moment sometimes have to decide, will I be farming dungeons and have to spend like €5 for a restat page for a while, or will I level? And I think this decision should never exist. The person should always be able to play all the content he wants to with a Switch. Like, I don't even think they would earn less money if they would on restats, if something like this would happen. Because they could maybe include like a free stat page and a battle pass, something like this. Because they would have people more addicted and stuck to their game. So it's entirely possible? Yeah, like the World Boss event made my hopes higher that the dungeons are actually accessible with any level, similar to Flyff PC. Like, I think dual stat page is really important. And people could buy like additional stat pages if they wanted to. So they could have like a dungeon stat page, a level stat page, a PvP stat page, And yeah, if they want to buy additional ones, they can still do it. To have certain builds and stuff like this.
On the phone real quick.
Wait, how have you got 97% crit rate and no dex? Good buffs, dex cloak, and the whole set is dex statted. And here, I'm also using the potion of recklessness that gives me 10% crit rate. Make it like when you join a dungeon, your stats are reset, and when you leave the dungeon, it's go back to your old stats. Yeah, would also be fine, but would not include the ability for some classes to be switching between normal stuff and giant hunting. And giant hunting is currently a dead game system, basically, or almost. And they could do some stuff to bring it back to life. Especially if you talk about crafting and all this kind of stuff. They could have materials dropping from giants and so. I made a knight to get back into the game. Once I can face tank, I'll probably make a proper account for guild fund rates. Well, why is the knight not a proper account? Don't try to make multiple characters. One pocket ring master and main class is all you need. Or make a reset for 25 mil or in the cash shop. Well, what would that change? The costs would stay the same and people would not do it. Like, I don't get that suggestion. The reason why people are not doing it because it's too expensive for them and they don't want to invest the money. And the value you're getting out of the farming is also not worth it. So for example, if you would have to reset for red meteor, means 25 mil. Then after you're done with red meteor, you have to pay it again, 25 mil. Then you go leveling for 2 hours. Then on the next day you want to do red meteor again and you have to pay again and so on. So people are not willing to afford it. I do miss awakened gear, though, dude. I am like...
No.
Huh?
There's no...
I am 100% certain that awakes will come back sooner or later. At one point they want to just cash it out. And add something to the set parts as well. It's coming for sure.
I hope not to this extent.
No, never in this. It's going to be a while. But I'm pretty sure it will come.
It has to be way weaker though. It has to be way weaker. Not as powerful with all those like MP set parts for BP for example.
Well, that's just a balancing thing. It doesn't really matter how powerful the awakes are, as long as the balance patch is rolled accordingly. What I personally didn't like were the augmentations, cause then there was no uniqueness to your items anymore. You could just roll all of it. I don't know, didn't feel like this effect of, oh my god, and I got an amazing awake, yes, that feeling never happened. Oh my god, wish I have the amount of Penya you have. Oh yeah, I sold my Nadion set yesterday. Finally. Took like 2 weeks to sell.
Oh, you're rich now?
I'm at 1.6 now. So I could do 3 S-roll attempts on my unicorn. There's also no spawn on bottom.
Did the AoEs arrive?
Don't do it, you know you're getting all 1 rolls. Well, I'm already 7.35 bill deep into the unicorn, and it's dog shit, so you're right, I guess. Do you use unicorn for guild siege? Yes, I do. The value of the unicorn is so good, you cannot not use it, basically. Yo, quick question, do you know what counts as boss monster for the battle pass? Because I'm level 75 and I don't know what to kill. I was told it's only Clockworks, Medio and Red Medio. At the first I thought it's Evilest Dungeon as well, but apparently it doesn't count. Maybe they forgot to add it, I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. But that was the answer of a mod, so I assume she knows.
Yeah, I believe that, but why though?
I don't know. Maybe they were like, oh, low levels. Go fuck that.
They like Ringmasters again. Same with Ringmasters as well.
Yeah.
The same draw.
But now that you know that you don't have to do the giant and stuff.
Yeah, but the most valuable daily, for example, is the 200 kills, which is annoying as fuck.
But can't you just AoE this in like 2 runs?
It takes quite a while for 200 mobs. The giant is easier when you grab a guildmate and just do the last bit. That was way faster.
Okay.
I mean, as soon as I have my 135 set, then it's probably.
Like I have a Rimif +8 for sale.
I sold mine.
Okay.
To get money.
Okay, good thing. Or maybe you can buy mine and it's cheaper than you still made some money.
I mean, I was playing Siege in the early stages of the server. Therefore I had the limit.
Yeah, you played Siege?
Yeah.
Yeah, like active?
I played like 5 beats.
Okay.
No, not even.
Like as Holy Cross Ringmaster.
No, I reset it.
Yes, so basically full tank.
Yes.
Okay. And why did you stop?
Because I took a month break, and now I don't want to spend that much money to get gear. And we had already a Ringmaster with the PvP set and stuff. I'm fine with what I'm doing.
Okay. But I think Holy Cross Ringmaster is such a good such a good class for teamwork.
Yeah, for sure.
Is a 10% speed suit worth keeping rather than selling? Does that exist? So if it really exists, I would probably keep it. But I think the highest that you have is 5% speed on a suit at the moment. Unless I missed a... No, there's nothing better than 5%, right?
No.
Oh no, wait, he meant said. Well, like if you don't own one, I would keep it. If it's your first one. If you rolled lucky on a second one, then I would definitely sell it. I would not equip my twins with 10% speed sets unless it's PvP characters.
Probably one of the most important pieces for PvE and PvE.
I bought one set and got 10%. Well, then you just made a bunch of income there. But I would keep it. Is the drop rate the same for AoE and 1v1? No, it's not. 1v1 has a higher drop rate to come even with the AoE characters.
And good AoE players are still making more money as well.
Yeah. Are the mammoths currently the highest level enemies? Yes. They are at the moment the highest level. And like the downside on this is, if you're going one level above a monster, you're facing an experience penalty. So when we reached level 138, our experience started to decrease. So we basically got punished for being like high level.
We also got tons of damage.
Yeah, that's also true. We got a damage multiplier as well.
I can't even remember what you did with 137.
Does it matter? We're doing really good damage now. Pew!
Not damage, I mean XP per hour. I think it was like 14.
No, we did 15.5 if it was a good hour. It was pretty decent. But at 138 we were doing 12 and now we're doing like 10, 11. So 1v1 can farm much faster to AoE in an hour? No, they cannot. They increase the drop rate of 1v1 so it's even with AoE, not to give them an advantage. And 1v1 is way more expensive to build up your character and your gear to actually being able to get the same as an AoE character. Does being in a guild still have a major advantage? No, it's actually the opposite. So, if you're not a PvP player, guilds don't make any sense, and in a form of the guild itself in the game, it makes sense to join a community. But like I would say that the community is based on Discord, chatting with each other, and not with about the guild name that is above your character. Because if you're joining a guild, you will basically have to do dungeons together, but the dungeons are so easy that almost all people are able to do them solo by themselves. So it makes no sense to be in a guild itself as a PvE player. But you should still like, I don't know. I like it better. Like, it's a multiplayer game. They should try to bring stuff so it needs teamwork rather than solo play. And teamwork should be rewarded. So for example, if you want to balance red media around teamwork, if someone is in there with one hardware ID or IP, whatever, how they want to do it, you get like a certain amount of drop rate. But for every additional person with a unique, with like a real unique player, so it cannot be abused, will provide more drop rate. So if you're doing it as a team, you have no downside, you actually have a little advantage. I'm a long way off doing bosses. I have only been playing for 10 days. I think the first Clockworks was killed like on day 3 or day 2 of the server release. So you should step up your game. Yeah, it is. Like, they can use VPN, virtual machines and all this kind of stuff, I know. But if you're doing it for high-level dungeons, the amount of people, like, if it's, for example, a level 140 dungeon, there's not a lot of people that will have multiple 140 accounts. And even if 1 or 2 people are able to do it, it would not matter on the long run for the economy. If you're doing it on lower level dungeons, then it's an issue. And the next thing that you can also do to prevent this from happening is adding boss mechanics that are so hard that people could not do it on multiple accounts at the same time. And no safe zones in dungeons.
Let's make the game difficult.
Yeah, because Dungeons and Flyff are so easy compared to others. Devs should just play Lost Ark for like a week and then try to copy their raid and dungeon system. That's by far the best I've played so far. It's really well designed and so much fun.
They had some really nice boss fights.
Because in Flyff it's mostly like, does your tank have enough HP? Does your ringmaster heal enough? Do you do enough damage to kill it in the set time? Yes? Okay, you're gonna clear it every time. And depending on how the dungeon is designed, you're sometimes even able to do it AFK.
Most DPS, I don't know.
Yeah, like I assume that they at least are putting skills like what's it called?
Schmelze?
No, skills like on the giants, but a bit extended, because I was told that they were taking a look at Tractor's skill sets on his server and try to copy it at least, or like get some ideas from it, and he had by far the best skilled monsters ever. Like his world bosses, for example, had skills to dodge, and not like those world bosses where you had to like run away from a what's it called? From a red meteor when he says a sentence. Like they were really well designed with like fire rains, meteors dropping, I don't know, certain whirlwinds, pyramids spawning that you would have to kill, and the longer it took you to kill it, the more damage it was dealing. Like there was a real nice set of features. He did this so good. I thought 66 in 10 days wasn't that bad. Well, depends. Depends like how much time 10 days means, like how much time you're playing each day. So, I don't know, how long does it take to get to 60?
Without gear?
Without gear at the start of the server, I think... Yeah, I think it took us 16 hours to get to level 65. Like getting 60 and doing the Rionan quest chain. I think it was 16, but I don't remember. But there's actually a video about it on the channel that shows the full journey.
We had those XP scrolls which were pretty decent.
They're still available.
Yeah, but I don't know. If you consider him as a free-to-play player, it's way more difficult.
He didn't say he's free to play, did he?
I don't know.
Let's see, maybe if we're getting lucky with upgrading and dropping some nice stuffs, we will sooner or later have a free-to-play project on the stream here. Are you going to make your Ringmaster to 140 after this? No. The highest I would level my Ringmaster is 130. And I will probably do this if they announce third jobs, because I'm pretty sure third jobs are going to stay 130. I could not imagine that they would be doing like increasing the level cap to 150 and putting third jobs at level 150. I don't think they would do this. But on the other hand, like if they would, I would personally like it, because this would motivate a lot of people to push for high levels, because they want to have the third job, additional skills and all this kind of stuff. But on the other hand, you would not be able to use all your new fancy shit to do the last levels. So, yeah. I think it's way better that they're keeping the level cap as it is. People can catch up. Then just add more mechanics, allow people to make more unique decisions to their character, upgrade it in certain ways. And of course, the most important, don't make any update that makes the gear that's currently maxed outdated or worthless. Like people will just be mad. And just try to do like a crafting thing. So basically craft the bloody yo-yo, gets crafted into a vampire yo-yo, and so on. And you basically always need your previous weapons to get the new ones that the new expansion is bringing. And if you keep it this way, there's only progress, no loss for everyone.
And it would be healthy for Meteor. So Meteor is not getting worthless at one point,
yes,
because everybody has their weapon.
This is also a good downside, and like the funniest part, Gala would actually probably make more money if they do it like this. Because then you would not be able to sell your old stuff, and you would have to invest more to get the upgrade going.
Only benefits.
Especially like if anything would outdate the the bloody PvP sets in an upcoming update. Holy shit, dude. Like, you're gonna have so many people quitting that are like spending a shit ton on the game each month.
Why is my character feeling off? Or the it's like I'm missing fast speed. I don't know.
Hmm. Eclipse is the 120 psi set, right?
The 100 what?
120 psi set PvE is
I
Eclipse.
have no idea.
I think so.
Someone upgrading?
I just saw a message and I was like, oh, okay.
Don't know the name though.
Oh, Lemdar. No, don't know it either. But since the balloon, at first it was like the 2 times the XP event. Like at the start, every high level player basically know each other. And you would see each other multiple times on the spawns and stuff like this. And then when they did the 2 times the XP event, there was suddenly a whole bunch of players that appeared out of nowhere and had the same level as you did. And now with the balloons thing, I think the same happened again. But I like it. Like the more people are getting to max gear and high levels, the better it is. Especially if they're doing like secret room and all this kind of stuff. So there's a good competition. So for secret room, they just need to make sure that all the people that are participating getting at least some kind of reward. The reward for the winning guild should be worth it, but not so overpowered that the best people are only getting pushed. And the secret room itself should be reworked, so it actually requires some team play. So yeah, we've already talked about this, like doing monsters that can only be hit by range, doing monsters that can only be killed by magic damage, doing monsters that can only be killed by physical damage. So you have to have like a certain kind of team setup to be able to clear it out. And it's not like only plates running in there. So just keep it more interesting and yeah. Like having to do some unique stuff, maybe a labyrinth. Some people have to go this way and this way. You have to like try to make mini teams. Sorry, what?
To clear all the monsters and you have to go different paths.
Yeah, different paths. So basically like you maybe have one squad that has to go to the left side and one squad that has to go to the right side. And then when both clear their objective, then the next steps are freed and they maybe reunite an end boss, all kind of stuff. All more interesting than Flyff PC Secret Room.
So much possibilities.
Yeah, and like a lot of that has already been done.
Yeah.
There was one really good PvP mode on a private server I did not play on. I think it was Mazy Flyff? They basically had like 4 different spawn points, 4 guilds couldn't compete, and they would have to rush through a labyrinth, kill all the mobs, to then be able to enter in a midfield where a clockworks was. And there was a PvP based around this clockworks. So the guild that was doing the most damage to the clockworks would win, but there was basically like you could kill them and then they would have to respawn. So it was a lot of fun, that mode. And also allowed PvE players to take part in PvP events, because you could assign them to only attack clockworks, while the others are, example, like fighting and trying to protect them. So it was a good ability to reunite PvE and PvP players again.
Oh, I would not imagine how difficult it is to stat for this stuff. How much stamina do you go? So you still tank a little bit of the enemy? I don't know.
Like, okay, so the strategy we did was our damage dealers for the end boss were only rangers. And if they would see someone approaching them, they would go into the eye. And then we had a ringmaster that was either Holy Crossing or healing. and the rest were a lot of jesters and build posters to defend. So it was either like they would either get double hopped or assault if they would come close. And the people that were invading us in the eye, they would at least get return killed.
That's fun.
I didn't play the server itself, I only played the test server before it launched. But I don't know what the name was. Oh, welcome back to the stream, Dawn.
Oh no! I forgot my amp. Unlucky.
Like in the second hour or the whole time?
Yeah. Second one.
Well, it's still 37 minutes.
Fuck that.
Colorful was so OP though, like doubled everyone's damage. Who is this? I never heard of him. Or is that on a different server? Thoughts on Insanity? Bad PvP balance, more duping than Flyff PC, admins that are corrupt and would sell their soul for money, and you can basically buy maxed out gears if you know them. And they give out free shit to friends. So highly don't recommend touching that server ever.
By the way, good call switching servers.
Yeah, it was good, no?
Oh.
It's 4.2% to be even at our at least 10% per hour. So it should be fine. And that was without link like the first time. So. And maybe I'm able to hold my party overnight, but we will see.
I mean, it goes so fast.
Yeah. And I was able to sell my party yesterday for 7 mil. And I was like, yeah, well, let's rather take 7 mil than leaving the computer on.
Yeah. I would not do this. Not worth it.
He was the leader of the top guild on Flyff PC. Okay.
Oh boy.
Do you know what happened to the original Flyff? No, I have no idea. But it would be interesting if Flyff Universe made their servers die or not. Because at least I was told that a lot of the good PvP guilds will not switch from Flyff PC to Flyff Universe. But I don't know. I never even thought about it until your question. Is it worth to craft bloody weapons? Oh, well, you have to calculate it yourself for your server. So you need to take into consideration the cost of the blue weapons itself, then the cost of the power dices you need, and the cost of the diamond. And then you will have to go through the city and take a look at what current values the bloody weapons sell on your server. And then you can decide if you want to upgrade or not. The success rate for a bloody crafting is 2%. So just try to calculate the average on your server and then decide. If the average is lower, then I would go for it. On Totemia, for example, it's not worth it at the current prices.
Not anymore. It was though.
Yeah, at the start it was. At the start it was really good. But at the start it was also really good to sell diamonds. And selling diamonds was a lot less risky than rolling for the bloody weapons. So that's why I did this.
But aren't all Flyff players gamblers?
No. I don't get those people as they're like, oh, I have 3 Apros left, oh come, let's try to get plus 20 on my ring. Like, I would go like, okay, on average it takes 1k Apros, I would buy 1k Apros and start trying. Oh yeah, right, also I wanted to say, today someone tried to scam me and trick me into RMT. Because he was selling 2 times Vigor plus 20 and the Demo and the Gore plus 20. And I was asking for a current offer and an auto win. And he immediately says, I only accept PayPal. And I'm like, yeah, I don't do RMT. And then he was like, was like, I would say 90% sure that he's a scammer.
Sounds like this.
Yeah, because at the moment a lot of people are popping up in Flyff Discord and they act like they own high-end gear and that they are quitting and then they are trying to scam people off it. Okay, what is the price for diamond and Totemia? Oh, it actually varies day by day. So it's like 5 to 6 millish, somewhere around there. Depends a bit on the demand. So for example, if someone is rolling and he buys it all, then it sometimes goes up to 6.5. Then people will see the shops and bid it down again to 5. It's just like a little cycle. So, and since there is this cycle, when they are low at 5, you can actually keep buying, if you have enough funds, you can keep buying the diamonds at like 5 mil, 5.5 mil, or everything that is lower than the diamonds you're selling, and make your shop basically like the only diamond shop. Like, I don't know, I would say if you have like 15 to 20 bill, you can probably do this pretty safely and manipulate the market with it without making any loss. But it requires a fairly decent budget to start with. Mr. Rosa, you just are still 60, 60, 129 and 90? Yes. The guide is still accurate. But of course, like if you can maintain your decks from other sources, like equipment, dex potion or whatever, or you can use a attack speed potion to level, then of course it varies. But the goal is 100% attack speed, 100% crit rate, rest damage. That's what you're aiming for if you're playing a Jester. Okay, Kino suit also going down. We've seen a lot for 400 mil the last week. Kino suit, the Ringmaster suit.
Oh, yeah,
135.
There are 3 at the moment, all male, for 375.
Yeah, someone is shouting to sell for 300.
They're getting desperate. Maybe I wait a little bit longer. There are too many.
You changed my mind from Ranger to Yo-Yo Twister. Well, I don't know, like at the moment, since the 1v1 patch, I'm really satisfied with the class. The only thing I currently think should be changed is that Fast Walker should be removed. Other than that, Jester is fine.
Did I forget something again? I know your crit thing is gone. Your crit thing is gone.
No.
No?
No.
So you have cheer?
I have cheer, I have both crit damage, crit chance potion, upcut, amp.
I mean, your class buff.
No, it's here.
Is it the damage?
That's poison. That's critical swing. It's all here. Mir willst du spielen gehen? Ja.
Don't you have 4?
No. No. Because you have to decide on the other one. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, for example, I have to decide if I will use Enchant Absorb or Enchant Poison. It only works on one.
Okay.
Or do you mean like Perfect Block? Because I'm not buffing Perfect Block. Because it's only defense and I don't need the defense. Someone know how much Demo +7 is worth about into Teamy? I need to get 2 of them. I sold one like 1 or 2 days ago at 5.5 mil. Those are at least from the normal +7 jewelry that you can drop the most valuable parts.
What are Intellis going for? They were pretty good as well, I think.
They are? Okay. I sold 2 of them yesterday for 2.5.
Yeah, that's too cheap. I think you can get 5 for them.
Ooh. Do you also think it's due to people trying to get like at least something like this on their Ringmaster?
Maybe. Because the Vigor is like 2 mil, if even.
I think I put them at like 2 mil each, like all the +7 thing except the Demol at 2 mil each in the shop, and the Demol for 5.5.
I mean, a week ago I sold one for 5 mil. When I did my +15 one. Left, right.
Yeah, but we will only do a 2-hour session today. So after the power-ups are done, the stream is over, and I will cook something.
Cooking stream.
Cooking stream, I don't know. I actually wanted to do a food for gamers thing.
Oh, okay.
On YouTube. So like stuff that's easy to prepare, doesn't take any time, and like different categories. So you like food you can eat while you're gaming, that it doesn't get messy and stuff like this. But I first wanted to check if there's actually a market for it, or if someone is already doing it.
I mean, even if someone is doing it, there's not much content about this.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, a lot of people are gaming.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I like to cook, and I would say I'm pretty good at it as well, and pretty creative, and like creating my own dishes and don't cooking by recipe or something like this. And I could also include some of my cocktails that I'm mixing and making. Because last year when I built my cocktail bar on my balcony, I was trying really hard to find to mix a cocktail that has not existed before, so I could have like my own signature cocktail from my cocktail bar. And that took a lot of work because you actually had to research like what kind of cocktails are already known and all this kind of stuff, so you could actually claim that you did it. And you won't imagine how many fucking cocktails there are already.
I can't even imagine.
It was ridiculous, and that Excel spreadsheet was crazy. What's the point after getting 140?
Prestige.
No, after getting 140. So after you have 140, you can still level to 99.99%. And then the ranking on the official page is counted about any experience that is gained after this. So you will not see any experience gain anymore, but you're still gaining experience for the game, and you can still climb up the ladder and the ranking. But since I'm like a PvP player, this ranking doesn't, it's not important for me. Like, important for me is the PvP ranking, and I'm currently on rank 2 of my class. So I'm satisfied with my playstyle.
Fucking Jason.
Well,
you could go like AFK for a month and still be number 1.
Sure. But the thing is, like, yeah, but he like played almost all sieges, or probably all sieges in the best guilds. He has a permanent Holy Cross Ringmaster with him. That they are playing really well together. And since they are like in the best guild, they even get so many free points at the end of the sieges when they're basically outnumbering other people and just cleaning up the siege. And those amount of points like are huge if you're looking at rankings.
I wanted to ask about this bug. Why is this occurring? That you have more than 5 people in the arena?
It's random.
We had this yesterday, the first time. We had 7 people down there.
7 at the same time?
Yes.
The whole siege?
No, just in the end. Like the last few minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen 6 before. I think Badass last week was running around with 6 people.
I don't know. I think I've seen a video. Wasn't there a video of Badass like with like 8 people down there at once? I think so. There was. I got sent a. I'm not sure if it was 7 or 8, but I got sent a screenshot out of a video from some point of view thing where there was like way too many badass people down there. But I'm pretty sure that people are not doing it on purpose.
No.
Because if they would do it on purpose, it would be like every siege and not like once in a while, and not like different guilds at certain times.
Yeah.
But they should still take a look at it, because
even fix it.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Not while the siege, because if someone dies, that's the next one goes in.
Oh, no, I don't mean like the devs should fix it. Because this actually gives like an insane advantage.
Yeah, sure. It looked so fun in the end. So at one point, like 8 people chasing one guy.
Do quest items have any uses apart from quests now? You can level your guild with it. But yeah, leveling guild is almost useless. I really hope that they're bringing guild buffs to guilds. So it actually makes sense and quest items have a value and all this kind of stuff. You prefer to play via browser than to download client? Does it make any difference what you use? It's like the performance is not even different, right? So I don't know. If it works in either way, I would probably not care at all. Doesn't matter. Like if I double click the browser to open and log in, or if I double click the client to open and to log in, there I see zero difference. Yeah, if you're not in a guild, you can try to sell at least your quest items to other people, because there's sometimes guild leaders that want to be level 50 for the red name, for example. I personally don't like the guild colored names, that's why we turned it off. But there's some guild leaders are actually, or like guilds in general, they want to get high level for some reason, and they are putting a bunch of money into the line for it. But I don't know, like our guild is level 48 and almost level up for 49, and we haven't even tried for like to push crazy or anything. It just came naturally because people donating the quest items that they get after their leveling sessions.
I think for badass, it's really fitting, the red name. I don't know, I like it.
Okay. I don't know. I don't like if stuff is interfering with my design, and I want to be black and white. So if they're not making like a black and white guild name, fuck that.
Fair point though.
Is it not easier to level from the PvP server? If I would... I don't know what you mean. Like 30% per death? If you die on the PK server, you lose experience. It doesn't matter if you die from a mob or from a player. Yeah. I never heard about it, honestly, so I don't know. Okay, we are even now at the 10% per hour mark, and we still have 11 minutes left. It's decent.
Make it 11.
And I didn't even have to pay for the M's because they were from the daily, from the battle pass.
Oh, I did not collect the battle pass stuff.
Oh, I did some season shit yesterday just to use it, so I don't end up with more spaces being stuck on M's that I will not be using for a long time.
True.
That's why I gonna try to collect as many M's as possible.
Makes sense for you. Did you do the guild battle in Flyff?
Yes. We've just killed our 80 siege guild 3 times, that's it.
Yeah. Sadly, you cannot use it like this. I would love to see some real guild wars stuff. I don't know. But yeah.
Like, it's not playable if you have no consumables, right? And popping consumables for it, for 0 rewards or anything, people are not going to do it. So the only time span where you may be able to do it if siege is over fast and you have power-ups left, that you then say, okay, we're going to meet somewhere and we're doing at least like a real guild duel thing. But other than that, I don't see it happening. And same goes with normal duel. I just killed my ringmaster 3 times, so I didn't want to have to deal with it. And there's not even a IP check or anything, but there's also nothing to gain from it.
Other than the...
I don't know, like I've seen that you are getting duel points from it. But what's the purpose of duel points? I have no idea. Like I got 12 duel points now. So I don't know what it is.
Oh. I mean, in the PK arena, you can get a cloak, right, when you're first.
You mean like in the normal St. Morning arena?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get an 8 all-stat 300 HP cloak. This is also something I could be going for when, what's it called? When I hit 140. So if people want to see like streams where we are just hopping around an arena, why not?
Burning some peñas.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we already calculated how expensive it is, and I never realized. So probably Jester is probably the worst class to do it, or I go full tank auto attack Jester for PvP arena. But the good thing about this cloak is that cloak can actually be used in Siege, while the other cloak is that you get from Siege is getting removed.
Just right before Siege, right?
Yeah.
And it's so strong.
8 all-stat? Or 7?
300 HP.
Yeah, the 300 HP, that's good
No
on
one
the...
else can get this.
Yeah, it's only one person a week. But even though it's strong, none of the real PvP players actually care about. I've never seen one of like the top PvP players in the ranking there.
Isn't this insane for DPs?
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
Resets?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when Proki is 140, he likes to sit in arena a lot. So I'm pretty sure he will try to get that cloak perma when he is 140.
He has to challenge our guild lead because he's, I think, having it for the last weeks.
Who?
He's been going for it. Khan? Ramjeet?
Oh, okay. Never realized. But yeah, he's also none of the top scorers. That just makes it more sad.
Yeah, he just swapped. He was YJ before, right?
Yeah, but what does that matter? Like, right. Let's look at the results from yesterday.
I don't know where he ended up.
He did 44 points. That's not even top 10. And he has, if it's true like what you said, that he has PvP set and all this kind of stuff, he is, I would say, I wouldn't say that he's playing bad, but he's playing below his gear average, I would say. Like probably people that would have more skill would score a lot more with his gear.
It's so hard to say, man.
Hmm?
How much points did your best BP get?
Our best PP last siege 54. And he has none. He doesn't even have a bloody obsidian knuckle.
Just not trying to defend really, but BPs in your face have a really hard time at the moment.
Why?
So,
Why is it different than other guilds? So like...
The first time we had a ranger was this season.
Yeah, but do you think it's unique to your guild that your key target players are getting rushed down? Like, for example, if Proki joins or myself joins, you can already hear the other guild saying Proki is in, or like Pony is in, and then like 5 or 6 people are all rushing at me. I sometimes have 10 people following me around in the arena. Huh?
You have RBP, you just that kill one and you're out.
Yeah, that's where your team needs to step in. If you SF protect, if your team can't defend your build posters, that's a big problem. You need to have the silent shot of your rangers. You need the CC chain from your knight, elementer, all this kind of stuff.
Alright. That's stuff we are working on currently. All stuff we are working on currently.
Yeah. And communication is like the most key. If your build poster, for example, is not calling that he's getting attacked, what his main threat is at the moment, so your team can react, then he deserves the death for sure. Communication is so important in situations like this. Assault still strong in Siege? Yes. It's not one hit everyone ability like it's on Flyff PC, but it's the strongest single target skill at the moment. Is AoE leveling the same as 1v1 now or still faster? It's still faster. Shrooms. Nicht die letzten 2 Minuten in dem Ding gefangen bleiben. Okay, I'm pretty sure we will be able to squeeze out 12% an hour if we're having free spawn. Because we had 11 minutes left when I called it. There's still 2 minutes left and we're already at 1.8.
11.8, you mean?
No, like from when I reached 40%, it was 11 minutes. So in 9 minutes we did 1.8. So we could be doing 12 an hour instead of 11 if we have, so it was actually just the spawn diff, I would say.
Yeah, and I think I can make big difference if I'm hitting more 2 bits for you, but it's, I don't know.
Oh.
Losing focus is so hard.
I even forget that I wanted to use sprint scrolls because I got free ones from the battle pass, and I used one at the start, but then didn't continue.
I think you have no preset.
Huh?
Why is this game in slow-mo suddenly?
That's probably why I really wanted to sprint that back then.
Okie dokie.
Okay, gehen wir noch aus hier. Okay guys, that's it with the stream for today. I will start cooking something. So stay tuned everyone. No wait, don't stay tuned. We are done for today. Cheers guys.